Hello everybody, my name is Cirque and welcome back to another episode of Creativerse. Last episode, we got the Spooky Nights update, and I made this thing, or Kami and I made this. It's the Haunted House Blueprint, and today we're going to keep playing around with the spooky blocks, but we're going to make something of our own right over there. I got a nice design planned out. I'm pretty excited to get started on it. But first off, I just wanted to show this. I didn't talk about this at all last episode, but this is something interesting you can do with signs and gravestones and other things like that. I found this out from a video that Avaler did. I know he has commented on my videos, so thanks for the information. Maybe I'll put a link to the video in the description if I remember. But basically, there's a bunch of modifiers you can do to these signs. The main two are you can change the size of the letters with this little thing, and you can go size, what was it, size 1 is the default size on a sign. Size 0 will show nothing, and you can go very big and the letters will just get bigger and bigger. I think there's a limit. There is a problem where you have to be able to see the sign for the letters to appear. So if you make them too big, and you have to like look too far up to actually see them, it won't really work. And then you can also do a color thing. Now you can either use the what is this? This is the hexadecimal code, I believe. I could be wrong with that, but it's the color code if you just do pound and then the color inside of the caret brackets. Or you can do color equals, and then you can say a normal color like green, red, I'm assuming orange. I haven't really tried all the colors. I'm not sure which ones are acceptable, but I know there's quite a few colors there. And then we have our text, too spooky for me. And then if you put these backslash, or now this is one thing I'm not super big into coding and stuff, so I think this is backslash, or is this forward slash? I'm sorry, it's a slash. Slash n. I think it does matter which one it is, so it has to be this one. If you do one of these, it will basically move one of these after what you're writing. It will move it up like one space or half a space. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but yeah, it will move it upwards. And let's see if we accept it. It's not showing up right now, but if we move back and then reload the sign, basically, it should show up. We might need to go farther. Yeah, now it's showing up. Sometimes when I edit signs that have stuff like this, it just doesn't want to show up right away, and you have to kind of reload the sign by leaving and coming back. But yeah, just an interesting little technique. Again, thanks to Avaler for the information on that. Anyways, let's get over to our build for today. I want to get this thing done. It would be nice. That's the goal. Not sure if it's going to happen. But right here is just a little test of the building style. I want to use mostly haunted blocks. Now, I'm going to have to use some stone because all we really have for like wall blocks is the bricks. If we look at the blocks that we have this green wood, we have the wallpaper, we have the bricks, we have the roof, and we have wood stairs and carpeted wood stairs. And so as for walls, we have the green blocks for exterior, and we have the wallpaper for interior, and nothing else really. So I'm gonna mix in some stone. This stone, what is this, stone block wall, looks pretty good with it. It's a nice kind of darker grayish color. It sort of goes with it pretty well. The stone floor is a little bit bright for it, but I think it'll do just fine. So this is kind of the design that I'm gonna go for, and I think I'm even going to use some slabs as well. I have some slabs here. Like if we take this off, I think I might use some slabs down at this level. Rotate that like that and do something like that for foundation, possibly. Not entirely sure. Might play around with it. But yeah, that's the basic idea. And I'm going to use the wood flooring as floors because it's a nice floor texture. And if I ever need logs, I might use some for the inside on the ceiling. Not entirely sure, but if I do, I'm going to use the weep wood from around here because it's kind of goes with the flooring texture really nicely. It's got similar colors. So I have an outline for the house that I want to make right here, and we can start placing down some blocks. The bottom layer is going to be like this. Again, if I do like the slabs, that's going to cover this elder wood. So that can stay there for now. It looks like I'm going to have to actually craft some more of these blocks. I do not have nearly enough of the stone floors. I don't think I crafted any especially for this. I just took whatever I had in my inventory. Okay, well, that'll be fine. So the idea for this house, we're going to go... it's gonna be somewhat Victorian inspired because I always think Victorian house when I think of a haunted house, and so it's gonna be tall, rather compact footprint. That's the word I'm thinking of. Rather compact footprint. Want it to be very, very tall. Have a few different peaks, some different roofs, lots of little gables, I guess. And yeah, that's kind of the idea. Our front door is going to be right here, and this will have kind of a little jut out that goes up, has its own little roof, and then we'll have a roof line coming from the front here all the way to the back. That'll be our main roof line. We'll have another roof line coming from this side. There'll be a gable over on this side going to the middle over there, and then another little jut out. That one will go all the way to the top of the roof line, and we'll have another little gable, and then I think I'm gonna put some, I'll have to put some dormers in the roof as well. And I know I want to probably have two on this side. I might even have one on the back over on this side. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I guess it'll come clear when I actually build it. But yeah, that's kind of some of the design ideas. And the reason why I put it here is actually because of that cave. Again, with the haunted house idea, I want this house to be spooky. And one thing I thought of is maybe a basement that opens up into this cave, has kind of eroded into a cave or something, some sort of entrance to a cave that evil things could come out of. It seems like a kind of a dark and scary idea, so we're gonna play around with that. Well, I think I got the basic structure of this house pretty much done. Working on getting the roof all finished up here. There's a few walls to fill in with the green brick or the spooky wall or whatever it's called. Spooky stone wall, or haunted stone wall, I suppose it is. Right there, haunted stone wall. I got it on like the 4th try. I could craft it pretty easily. I think it's a pretty easy recipe, like stone slabs and bones or something like that. Or just stone and bones. Very easy recipe. But I've kind of made a vow to not craft any of these blocks. Why? Just because. For most of them, it's not really a problem. I have a lot of everything except for the stone walls. That's the only one I've had trouble getting. I don't know if it's just a matter of I've been using too much of them, or if it's just something that the mobs aren't dropping as often as they do other things. But yeah, so at night I usually go out and murder the ghosts, which, by the way, last time I said, or we only found last time the pigsies and the leafies, and so I thought those were the only ones. But it turns out there's actually 5 different ghost mobs. I have seen 4 of them now. There are also ghost chizards, which I've seen a few of, and ghost rocksters, which I've seen a couple of around here. And there is apparently a ghost miru, which I have not seen. Those must be really rare, and I'm not sure where they spawn. I thought maybe in Extreme Hills, because I know Miru spawned there at night, but I couldn't find any when I went exploring there. And one thing I've noticed while building this thing is all these different textures on the different sides of these bricks are kind of cool. It's an interesting concept. You get lots of different textures to play around with. But when you actually start building, it can be a bit of a pain. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to work on that. You can see there, the whole inside wall is just those vines, because right now I made it so that the clean side, the regular side without like any vines or broken bricks or anything, is on the outside everywhere. And I'll switch them around and change them up so that we get a little bit of varied texture, but I have to be very careful on what's going to be on the inside. You know, most of them aren't too bad. I don't want too many vines sitting around on the inside, and I definitely don't want a lot of those. I'm not sure what's on the back of the side with the eyes. Let's see. So that's the side with the eyes. There's that on the back, which I like that. That's very similar to just the plain side. Whoop, where's the plain side? Wait. Yeah, there's the plain side. It's very similar to the plain side with just a few bricks, but if I use that, then the eyes are going to be on the inside. And the only real way to solve that is to make the walls too thick. Like in my little example at the beginning, I did have the wall too thick on there, and I used the what is it called? This one, the haunted wall, the wallpaper type wall. I had that on the inside, but if you make your walls too thick, then that takes up a lot of real estate inside the house, and I don't really want to do that. So kind of a problem there. I might just have to try and cover the wall up so that you don't notice it too much. But the roof here is almost done. Maybe we'll hop down real quick. Actually, I'm going to finish this up, and then we'll hop down and take a look at what the house looks like for right now. And there we go. That is the house so far. I'm liking the look of it. It looks very interesting. Got to finish that up. The front is obviously the most interesting. There's lots of jut outs. Everywhere else, it's pretty plain. It's going to be mostly plain walls. I do still want to put dormers up there, and I might make a little bit of a jet out over here. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put, maybe I'll put windows like here and here, and maybe I'll put jet outs around those, just real small ones. But it's looking pretty nice. And as far as this water, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. The original idea was to make shacks that are kind of built into the water, but obviously this doesn't really fit that. It needs a solid foundation. It's a pretty big, stone building. So I might just kind of fill in the land a little bit here. And this haunted house is coming along very nicely. I love the way it's turning out. This is probably one of my favorite, just standalone houses I've ever built. I really enjoy it. So I went around and finished up the exterior, got all the blocks in, did some block variation, make it a little bit more interesting, put a bunch of windows in. And I went around to all the different sides and made them more interesting. Tried to make sure every side had something going on. So like here we have, I made the little windows jut out with a little roof going across. We have the dormers up top, some windows on the second floor. Over on this side, we have just like a little roof going through there. Plenty of windows. On the back, again, just a little roof like we have it on the side. And let me get around this tree so we can look at it. Then I put a little dormer up top there. Decided to extend the bottom floor out here so that we can have a nice balcony with a back entrance back there. And yeah, it's looking nice. There's still a lot of detail work that I need to do. It still looks a little plain. There's some areas that I'm not super happy with, like right there. I don't really know what to do there. It's kind of a big open spot that I can't put a window in. Like a window doesn't really work. It might be good to lower that roof, but I tried that and it didn't look as good. Like that roof needs to be nice and tall like that. Otherwise it looks weird. So I'm not sure what to put there. I know over on this haunted house, the blueprint, one thing that looks kind of cool is they put these shelves as shutters, I suppose. And then they have these little bars as, I guess, almost like window planter type things. I don't know if the shelf idea is really going to work here, though. The shutters, mainly just because of the stone color. If I put them on top of stone, they just kind of get lost. You can't really see them. They don't do much. And if I put them on the green brick, then they cover up that green. And then they take away some of that color in this in the house and just make it even more stone. So I'm not a big fan of that. I almost wish we had some like brown shelves. Some wooden shelves would be really nice. I've been playing around with like doors and trap doors, but their placement is always kind of off. It doesn't quite work for it. But yeah, I'll have to play around with that a little bit. I still need to change all the block rotations. Right now, all of the bricks, the clean side is facing to the outside yet. So I'll need to go through and play around with that. But let's take a little tour of the inside. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I tried to make it very cramped, claustrophobic. Every like little transition from one room to another basically has a doorway with doors instead of a nice open concept. Just because I want it to feel old, and for some reason people liked very closed off areas. I'm not entirely sure why, but I love when you watch if you ever watch any like home remodel shows, like one of the main things they do is knocking out walls and opening up places and just making the spaces much better. But yeah, so come in. This is just a little sitting room, I suppose. I'll put some chairs, bookshelves, things like that in here. And then that opens up right into the dining room. Nice big dining table. I'll have to do some stuff for decoration on there. Right now I have hanging torches. I'm not a big fan of that as like a chandelier type thing. And it was kind of dark. Even with these lights, the table was a little dark without those. But yeah, lots of space to put like shelves and just decoration around the room. Got some bookshelves there. Over this way, this is going to be the kitchen. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. I've never built a kitchen in Creativerse, but I've done a couple in Minecraft, so I might be able to figure something out. Back here underneath the stairs, there's some more stairs that will eventually go to a basement. Basement's not dug out yet, but that works. And then we got staircase going up to the second floor. Here we got a bathroom. Yep. And then again some room in the hallway for some decoration. And then that opens up to here. This is going to be like a den, library, office type area, which opens up to the balcony. And then back here, this is going to be the master bedroom. By the way, I keep closing the doors just because like it looks wrong to have them open. I like the way that looks with them closed off. But yeah, then this will be the master bedroom. And then we go upstairs and we have a couple more bedrooms. So we got this bedroom here. It's a very weird looking room, but it should offer some nice options for decorating. Another bedroom here. I might even put like bunk beds in one of these, try and cram a lot of people into this one house, a nice big family. So we got a nice 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. And then this can just be for storage or something. But yeah, I really like the, like I said, I love how this turned out. Again, need to play around with the block rotation. I'm honestly not a big fan of how these blocks are. I feel like it's gonna be such a nightmare just trying to make the walls look good with these and the bricks. I almost feel like they should have put made it only 3 textures per block instead of all 6, and then have like the opposite sides have the same texture. So if I wanted this to be clean and this to be clean, I could do that. Or if I put a hole here, then there would be a hole on the other side. I think that would work a lot better. But this is what we got. It's cool. It's just, it's going to be kind of a nightmare to try and figure out. And I guess one thing with these, I can, for the most part, turn the clean side to the inside and just have lots of weeds growing around on the outside, which will work. I don't like these. I really don't. It's such a big black hole, and you can really only have like 1 per very large area. But I have all these areas where I have corners that I need to make sure that's not being shown, or I have to cover up somehow. Yeah, just some design issues. But we're going to keep working on this thing next episode. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Creativerse. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for things to do this house, let me know in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.